Jacksonville Jaguars. Teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Gardner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got it with the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. Touchdown, Jaguars! Laviska Shenault, 29 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd down and 3. Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Completes it to Evan Ingram. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Seven, our score after one. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watson on third down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with ETN. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressed.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Lawrence being chased out left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
There he goes again, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown run, and the Texans have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations
that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Connection made with Chenault. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. On 1st down, it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They go play action with Lawrence. Out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. And they'll go again with ETN. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A give running right, ETN. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles and Mack. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action now. Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And now here's another interception. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Texans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. And that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 85 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Out of the gun, Watson. Going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And they can't bring him down. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A handoff for Etienne. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They're going to run this with a tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 30 inches.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And its defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are right back in this football game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back to throw. hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And my goodness, another interception. Tanner Muse with it. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And to give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Texans, they use a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to